They don't say it out loud very much, but look on the ships themselves. And the letters USS are a part of the name of every Federation starship on Star Trek. But it doesn't mean the same thing it does here in the 21st century. With the exception of the NX-01 from Enterprise, which predates the United Federation of Planets, every other version of the Enterprise, the NCC-1701, and all the lettered versions, A through E, have a USS in their name. Same goes for Voyager, the Defiant, the Cerritos, and any other Federation ship. The inclusion of those three letters dates back to a centuries-old tradition of naming naval vessels. Sometime in the early 17th century, British ships were gathered together as the Royal Navy, and all the vessels under its purview were designated His or Her Majesty's ship. All the Navy's vessels were hence given the prefix HMS, as in the HMS Pinafore or the HMS Surprise. When the United States started building a navy in 1797, USS, standing for United States Ship, was used in place of the HMS. In Star Trek, though the letters are the same, they mean something different. United Starship.
Ship's nomenclature, specify.
United Starship Republic, number 1371.
Every country has its own similar ship abbreviations, of course, but Starfleet adopted the US nomenclature because, well, Star Trek is an American show created by an American man, Gene Roddenberry. Also, within Star Trek canon, Starfleet was founded in the United States, with Federation headquarters and Starfleet Academy located in San Francisco. Had Star Trek been created in Canada, say the ship might be called the HMCS Enterprise. The USS Enterprise of Star Trek was named after a naval ship of the same name, a Yorktown-class aircraft carrier that was commissioned in 1938 and fought extensively in the Pacific theater of World War II. It was one of only 3 aircraft carriers to survive the theater, and was eventually decommissioned in 1947. When Roddenberry learned about the Enterprise, he was fascinated by its campaigns and decided to use its name for his science fiction series. Originally, Roddenberry wanted to name his ship the USS Yorktown, but changed his mind. That's lucky, since Yorktown would have definitely tied his ship more directly to Earth. But Yorktown was eventually used for other ships and stations in Star Trek, including for the giant starbase seen in Star Trek Beyond. When Star Trek was originally in development, Roddenberry got some jingoistic pushback from studio executives over what USS should stand for. Some of the higher-ups at NBC assumed that the Enterprise was an American ship, and that the future was ruled by the United States. Star Trek, of course, takes place in a future in which the Earth's countries have united and joined a federation of allied planets. Stephen E. Whitfield's book, The Making of Star Trek, explains that NBC executives wanted the Enterprise to be described as a good, safe, patriotic United States spaceship. Roddenberry evidently personally fought against this, feeling that the future belonged to the entire planet Earth, not to the United States in particular. Whitfield's book states categorically that USS stands for United Starship, which is in keeping with the multiculturalism at the heart of the franchise. Of course, the history of what the abbreviation means when characters on the various series have said it aloud has varied a bit. In the original Star Trek pilot The Cage, and in the episode Patterns of Force, among others, dialogue implied that USS stood for United Spaceship.
Captain James Kirk of the United Spaceship Enterprise is my first officer, Mr. Spock.
But this has been retconned, and in an official capacity, USS stands for United Starship. While we're at it, the NCC in all the ship's registry number stands for Naval Construction Contract. According to the Star Trek Encyclopedia, original Star Trek art director Matt Jeffries based the abbreviation on the pre-1949 registration codes for American aircraft, where an N designated that it was an American plane, and a C referred to a civil aircraft. He added a second C because he thought it looked better. The registry numbers imply a vast behind-the-scenes bureaucracy at work, with unseen pencil pushers constantly working hard to keep a vast military fleet in order. An organization as large as Starfleet would realistically require millions of bureaucrats keeping it afloat, so the registry numbers give Star Trek a realistic tinge.